Well, good afternoon, our beloveds. Today, we are working with our another on shadow and light. What you all see as sinful behavior in your lives, some, not all. Well, this is more of a reflection on your shadow self than anything else. When you engage in activity which causes you to feel shame, regret, discontentment, those types of feelings, well, that is an aspect of, though not totally contained by, your shadow self. You have been told since childhood that you are not good enough in one way or another. It doesn't matter who you are. Even Donald Trump was told this. So no matter what type of a silver spoon you were raised with, you were at one point or another shamed by somebody within your sphere of influence. And it altered your perspective of self, and you carried it forward. And when that particular issue arises again, you have a repeat of that experience of not being good enough. Now, we do not wish to, in any way, to compare this to harming someone else. When you harm somebody else, that is different than experiencing your shadow self. So there is no justification as a whole in taking the life of another, even when it is in self-defense, because it still is taking the life. But the reasons for doing it are justified, if that makes sense. The killing itself is not justified, but the reason is. But that is not where we are coming from today. We are coming from those lighter areas, if you will, of your shadow self, where you were told that you are not good enough, and you repeatedly remind yourselves of that. So what does it look like when you integrate the shadow side of you, the egoic, if you will, to a certain extent, where the ego's need to justify its behavior for others' acceptance, instead of just saying, this is who I am. I apologize if my behavior harmed you. I am working on becoming the best version of myself. And at this time, this is who I am and how I am expressing myself. And I will continue to work on improving that aspect. But I will not allow you to shame me into thinking that I am lesser than. It is just simply, this is the best that I can do right now, and I promise you I will continue to evolve into a better human being, where I don't hurt you, or I don't hurt others, or I don't act in a way that is less harmful than others, but more harmful than some. It is not a perfect world within which you all reside, as you are so blatantly aware of right now, but we want you to understand that when you stand up for yourself, when you decide to make changes in what feels good and what doesn't and why, that you just begin the journey of coming back home, integrating your shadow self into your light self, so that is just one big swirling mess of light and dark, blended together like a marble, like Mother Earth in many ways. It is a journey back to your soul essence, where all of you is embraced. When you harm another, when you hurt another, when you disrespect another, when you teach another, when you love another, when you embrace another, when you explore another, when you talk to or about another. All of this is just an expression of self. And so long as you guys still divide into good and bad, it will continue to define who you are and how you see yourselves. It is not about good or bad any longer. It is about learning who you are and becoming the best version of yourselves. And it requires a little bit of bumbling and fumbling around as you find the sweet spot. Stand up for yourselves and apologize to others. That is our big takeaway today. And when you can't do either of them, then you will realize how you are not fully integrating both sides of yourselves, the light and the dark. And the question is, which is which? And does it really matter? Find your voice in these moments and acknowledge that sometimes you standing up for yourselves does make others feel uncomfortable, and that is okay, because your safety and well-being and comfort and respectability is more important right now than almost anything else. Your fifth chakra is here to fully express and explore itself. And it feels terrible at times, and it creates a ripple effect that feels terrible at times. But trust in the process when you engage in the exploration of the unknown. By leaning into the mystery of the unknown and not knowing or understanding or even caring where it is going to take you, by embracing that aspect of this journey, you will allow so much more magic in, because you are not restricting what it can look like. Find your voice, find your flow, and find you. And so it is. Namaste.